And we got one medium tank left. This woman
I ain't setting foot in any type of aircraft animal. No gliders, paper planes, ultralights.
Are you ever going to let me live that down?
No.
Mexico was a long time ago, and I saved your life.
How about thanking me for not whooping your ass at that hospital? I was the airborne ranger sergeant.
Well, it's an 80s flashback in theaters this weekend. The A-Team, just one of the two 80s hitting the big screen. 80s hit. So, should you see it, rent it, or skip it? Kevin Carr, movie critic for FatGuysAtTheMovie.com, joining us this morning. All right, so this was a popular TV show back in the 80s. How does it do in terms of a movie?
Well, it's updated, first of all.
Yeah.
It's more violent. It's a PG-13 movie, and that's actually made a little bit of news because if you watch the old TV show, they would like have a car fly off the cliff and it would explode and people would walk out with their head. No one died on the show. So they do die in this movie, but it's still very cartoony and over the top. Don't take it seriously violence. It's about four guys who were wrongfully convicted and they have to try and clear their names. The best part about it is the casting. I mean, if you look at some of the guys,
Bradley Cooper.
Yeah, he's great as Face. You got Liam Neeson as Hannibal. I mean, they really have a great cast, and they capture the essence of the characters. And there's a lot of stuff in there if you're a fan of the show that you can point to and say, I remember they do that.
So it does stay pretty true to the actual TV show?
To the spirit of the TV show. It has its rocky moments in the story, but that's not why you're seeing it. You're seeing it for the action and the explosions, of which it has plenty.
And Jessica Biel's actually in this movie too, right?
Yes, she is, and I approve that.
Yes, she is, and I approve it. So I'm assuming then there's a love story there?
Not really. I mean, they're there. I mean, she and Bradley Cooper have a thing going on, but it's more about this kind of stuff, the action, people falling out of airplanes and that sort of thing. And just go and don't think.
So we should see it, rent it, skip it. You're saying see it?
I'm saying see it. I loved it.
Wow. Okay. Well, up next, I don't mean to sound so surprised by that, by the way.
That's okay.
There's no love story. Forget it. I don't want to see it.
Well, there you go.
Up next, another 80s favorite, The Karate Kid.
Yeah.
The storyline's a little different this time. It's actually Will Smith's son, right?
Yeah, and I'm getting ahead of myself. That's part of the problem with it. It is a remake of the 1984 movie with Ralph Macchio. And in this one, it's about a kid who travels to Beijing, and he deals with bullies, and he finds an old... Well, it's Kung Fu, actually, is what it is. And played by Jackie Chan, who teaches him to fight and that sort of thing. There are some problems with the movie, and while it kind of hits all the points, if you don't know anything about the original, you'll probably go and you'll like this. Several problems. It's 2 hours and 20 minutes long, so it drags at times. Will Smith's son, it was made for him, but he's not great in the movies. He's okay as an actor. But
he looks pretty good right there.
Well, he's good, but he's too young. I mean, the original was like 16, 17. You see 16, 17-year-old kids beating each other up.
Yeah.
And it's not as hard as watching 12-year-olds do it. And it's called The Karate Kid, which is Japanese, and it's in China, so they teach Kung Fu. So it's a little bit muddled there.
Right.
I love the original. I went back and watched the original.
The original was such a huge hit. I mean, it'd probably be really hard to top that.
Well, and it lives up. The original stays. You know, it still lives up to the day, and you can watch it today, and it's great. So I'm going to say skip the new one.
So skip the new one. Rent the old one. All right. Thank you. We appreciate it. And that's it. Just 2 movies this weekend. So.